It's 1348 Italy. The plague is raging, people are dropping like flies, and our main character Aeta decides the best course of action is to suit up in armor and start swinging a sword because when there's a pandemic going around, what's more important than some good old-fashioned personal revenge? The developers are upfront about this being an action-adventure in the vein of classic genre titles. In practice, this means you'll walk around, talk to people, occasionally fight, and frequently ask yourself, why did I buy this again? The combat system is touted as realistic fencing with motion capture. In reality, it looks like two people in suits of armor clubbing each other with sticks, hoping the animation will do the rest. The protagonist is a female knight, which for 1348 is about as historically accurate as Titanic having helicopters. But who cares about history when you can have a modern heroine with a motivation straight out of a revenge flick? Her home was destroyed by bandits. At launch, the game peaked at 427 concurrent players on Steam. Another source says 407. I guess 20 people ran off to write negative reviews. The Xbox version was cancelled before release. The developers said it was to focus on quality, a quality that, it turns out, never really materialized. Setting a game in the 14th century is a bold choice. The Black Death, social collapse, religious fanaticism could have been a fantastic backdrop for a deep story. But the developers decided the plague is just for atmosphere, like fog in a horror movie, only less scary. Aeta travels through a gritty Italy, meets characters, makes choices. What choices? I won't spoil it. Let's just say they won't be remembered by anyone, including Aeta herself. The graphics are nice, Italy looks like Italy, armor shines like armor. The plague, well, you can't see the plague because this is still a game for all ages. The music tries to create an epic medieval atmosphere. It ends up sounding like a budget medieval TV show that got cancelled after its first season. Studio Sedleo made their first game, and it shows. The ambition was there, the budget was there, the publisher's faith was there. But the result is just over 400 players at peak canned reviews that can be summed up in one word: disappointment. Score: 3/10, because 2/10 would be too harsh for a studio's debut, and 4/10 would be a lie.